Okay, so mythic rank's done. Stuff. Rest. Then we have a fight to do against evil fire using things.
Darren, I can't understand why blood makes some mortals better than others. What do a person's origins have to do with their worth?
Some people's ancestors simply had sharper elbows and better luck than others. And they codified a system whereby they and their descendants would rule over everyone else. Not that I'm complaining, of course.
He just summed up human history pretty accurately there with one sentence. Very impressive. And spells. God, I love that mod. You shouldn't be using Divine Sap. Oh, or is that Darren? Oh, that was Darren using the Divine Sap. Because you got nothing else to do sometimes. Got what he said? Oh, Erilu asked, why does blood matter so much to mortals to determine their position in society type stuff? And his response was basically because some mortals were lucky enough to have sharper elbows and be born into the right families or something like that, and then they wrote the rules. And then he finished it off with, oh wait a minute, it should be right here in the text, isn't it? There we go. So Darren, I can't understand why blood makes some mortals better than others. What do a person's origins have to do with their worth? Darren's response: some people's ancestors simply had sharper elbows and better luck than others, and they codified a system whereby they and their descendants would rule over everyone else. Not that I'm complaining, of course. So basically he summed up humanity there in just basically one sentence. That's humanity right there. I mean, whoever came up with that was brilliant. Whoever wrote that was freaking brilliant. So, anyway.
Does anyone require my counsel?
A bright future awaits us.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Okay, so
The waiting's never fun.
we need that little bit extra fire resistance. Does Darren have that? Protection for energy communal. How come he only has 3 of these? Oh, because of buffs. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to need that little bit extra fire resistance. So 1 less fireball to use. Generally wonderfully blatant about just about being lucky enough to be born wealthy. Well, let's say, yeah.
Time to practice my combat abilities.
So, Salamander, where are you? There you are. Oh, break. No charge? Can't charge, it's too close. What's the extra damage coming from? Oh. Sunmark stuff. Oh, he's doing acid damage, that's right. It's that little thing he has. We do acid damage. Cold damage. Oh, we should actually do cold damage against fire things, huh? Veronica, you look a little not burned out. So, quickened, maximize, empowered, and blast. Cold? I think that's cold.
Forwards!
So, overcome spell resistance, go Veronica, and that. So the vulnerability. That wasn't a good damage roll. Oh, I guess it's maximized, isn't it? Never mind. Non-crit. Oh, that's right, that's just a regular cold blast. That's not the composite version. That's the non-composite damage. because Cold Blast.
Adventures await.
3. Turn on. Dexterity and Constitution bonus for now. I don't recall it's that or they're weak. They're weak against cold. Right. It's a lot. It is. Especially because she already empowered it. Which is another... That the empower is 1.5. Maximize means just maximum rolls on the damage. And then throw the 1.5 on top of that. Again. Non-crit 197. So there's your 1.5s twice. And then she's also doing holy damage too. Yep. Take that all day against fire stuff. Oh, and that's right. There's no way to get across here without Dimension Door. Do we have Dimension Door?
Skip the pleasantries.
Please, allow me.
I tire of waiting.
You call.
This is my path. I stand ready.
Let's see.
The struggles never cease.
Do we have Scrolls of Dimension Door? I don't know. I don't think we have Dimension Door scrolls. We have 2. Can't be used by this character. Oh, Darren. It's supposed to be her. Can't be used to skill check, so... hopefully this works.
We will be victorious.
Ta-da. Okay, so. Rue. It's a Ranger's Bond. This bond allows them to move action, grants half his favorite enemy bonus against a single target. And it's not a favorite enemy, so shoot it.
I will resist.
No? Why didn't she shoot?
Prepare yourself.
It's a spell that can make an enemy favored. Right, I know she does. I'm not going to waste it on this thing. So this is... might give him the sorcerer's thing. Casting. I didn't give him the sorcerer's reflex thing. Damn it. Thought I did. That flame strike will work on this from Darren. Because that is holy damn. Well, lots of this stuff will work. Do Bone Shatter. Right, Ascendant Element. Yeah, I know. But so will Umbral Strike, though. Or fails to overcome spell resistance. So there we go. I cursed myself. Oh, no, wait a minute. That's different. That's not fire, is it? This is a critical hit, even. Screwed myself. So that's spell resistance. So it's had a spell resistance 38. He's got a 31 modifier. All he had to do is roll a 7. He rolled a 4. Because he's Darren. Oh, brick. Death from above this thing. Oh, we have to see if this is extra damage on the charge. Above. So that's the damage results. The 2d6 force, 266 holy, that's from Sun. Divine. Oh, the mythic charge does work on death from above. What's your spell resistance? -1. I don't know. But anyway, mythic charge works with death from above. This is the important part. So that's an extra 7d6 on the charge. So that works. Got smoked by some retaliation damage. Did he? I guess he did, huh? So much for the resisting. Well, his resistance ate up some of it. But he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Don't need a quicken here. It's like the maximize, though.
We won't falter.
And fails to overcome. She needed a 19 and we'll look 12. Dang it. Oh, well that means we just go back. I'm dumb. We should have went back to the other one. Blood Blast. Mirror image? What do you have mirror image for? Get him, Bob. Mud Blast? No, Blood Blast. She does Blood Blast, which is all bludgeoning damage. Sela. You're not evil. Well, salamanders are evil, aren't they? They are. So, mark them.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Someday. Just make this easy. Did not kill him. How much hit points do you have? 69 left. Needs more hit points. Damage from the halo.
Desna, guide my hand.
Haruko, welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday. Fate Darren. Hellfire Ray. That'll work. Gotta hit him though. And fails to overcome spell resistance. See, I jinxed myself. He only has to roll a 7, and he's rolling a 4. Twice. That's 2 attacks on a roll. He's rolled a 4 when he needs a 7. Dice hate me. You'll be fine. Okay, we switched over to Blood Blast. Right? Blast.
Strike with all your might.
Of course, you still have to roll a 20. 4 more, he would have hit it. Right. I see what you did there, Ring. I still don't agree. What? What's that? Sunburst effect. Scorcher Souls. Scorcher or Soul? Is that what he just did? That is what he just did. Fine. The Aaron is blind. That's okay, he doesn't need to see. Sela, smack him.
The light take you.
I keep forgetting she can dispel stuff, or try to at least. Get him, demon. Go, demon. Keep his aura, or his halo's doing damage to our own little demon. Demon does cold damage, though. It's okay. It hit this thing harder than any of the materials trying to wail at it. Any of the marshals trying... Well, sure. Because demon. Demon versus demon. Angel power. Yeah, is this fight even worth it? Oh, there's a book there, isn't there? Gainful exercise. +2. Strength score. Hey, Gimpy can be stronger. Gimpy needs to be stronger, so 24 now. Braces armor 4. Bismuth losing all your gear because you die all the time. So basically it was all about the book, right? Because all this other stuff is pretty... Oh, we forgot about this belt. Belt that thunders charging. +6 enhancement bonus to strength. Magnifies the wearer's momentum gain, granting her +2 bonus on all bull rush or overrun maneuvers. In addition, whenever the wearer of this belt charges an enemy, suffers a -2 penalty AC against ranged attacks for 4 rounds. What's his belt? 6 Constitution, 42 saving throws, and insight to AC against the creatures. More strength. Oh, but he's got a strength one. He's got the bracers. Whenever charges using a natural attack, their first attack this round has a base damage dice triple. Remember, other inherent bonuses from this kind of stuff won't stack for future items. Yeah, I'm not too terribly worried about it. We got other people to give them to. I know it's worth... I mean, the extra XP is worth it and stuff in the book. I'm not saying it's not worth it. It just... It doesn't feel like it's a lot. That's all. I mean, once you know what this fight is, it's actually fairly easy.
I'm trusting
The first time we did it, it sucked because we didn't really know what it was. So, but every time since then, it's been pretty much a joke fight.
prove my worth.
Of course, then, of course, you need a dimension door to get over there. Time you got bodied worse than the goat boy fight. If I remember right, yeah, like this was actually a fairly tough fight the first time we did it. It really was. I freely admit that. We got it on video and everything. Uh-oh, Demon didn't make it.
Keep your calm.
What are we going to do without our Shadow Demon? His stats on par with Baphomet, spam Sunstrike. Well, luckily it only got that stupid strike off once, so, you know, things happen. Okay, back to there. Oh, that's right, this. Stinky demons. Get him a row.
Make your peace.
So he should have a penalty to his AC. Because she looks like she's 30 feet, more than 30 feet away. Of course it does say Deadeye. So he's got a penalty, slight penalty to his AC. So much stuff on the edges of the screen. Okay, Veronica, still only at 4 burn. Break up the burn.
We can do it!
Kill it. So, Blood Blast. Bludgeon them to death. We're still fighting, though. Because her burn is up, we get to increase her dexterity to 6, strength 4, just constitution 1, isn't it? I thought that was better than that. I thought there was like a +4 to constitution too. That included dexterity. I guess not. Okay, burn is at 8, so we got to turn those 2 off, and we're good. Seela can't charge? Why not? Next, just left his turn to use his ability. Because it's a half turn?
No glory without risk!
Wow. Critical hit with Radiance, 104 damage. That was a really good damage roll, I think. Oh, it's the Holy, the Force, all the Holy, a little bit of Divine. It's just a lot of Holy damage these days.
So it comes to this.
And of course, Gimpy smacks him just as hard. On a non-crit. Because holy, holy, holy damage. And Divine. Oh, the leading strike. That's right. Because Seela has leading strike. No loot. Cheap ass demons. This camp is under the protection of Our Lady in Shadow. Begone, you filth. So these are the succubi that work for Nocticula. What? The Lady in Shadow? I spit on her. You're gonna die. It's harder to spit when you don't have a head, isn't it? Talking to somebody who doesn't have a head, I think you kind of missed the point. You pursue us still, damn creatures. Know that we will not run, as we have nowhere else to run. These are the Asimar we saved. What is the light inside of me? I feel powerful. Begone, wretched spawn. It burns, loathsome light. Celestial power is in our hands, the light is with us. So this is different. We didn't get this stuff before with the non-angel runs. Get back, you're frightening me. I don't think you'll enjoy what happens next. Some kid's trying to intimidate us. Oh, him. Is it Clippeth? How do you say that? Clippeth? The Devourers are here. Run. Pretty sure we're going to win that fight. Zorges is just destroying everybody. Zorges is somebody you want on your side. Just saying. He's a level 36 outsider. He might be a little over-leveled here. You just appear and a demon disintegrates violently. Well, it's because it's Orges. Look at him. He's kicking the crap out of everybody. Or at the demons.
I will resist.
Actually, doing decent damage without sneak attacks. Oh, because the holy damage stacked on there.
Forwards.
Bob. Too far for Bob. How much attack did Aru get from that bigger they are? Oh, I didn't even look. Bigger they are. It's only +2. Hey, zombie, welcome back. It's only a +2. But size is supposed to be -4. Right? So shouldn't that be a +4? His armor class penalty is -4. So, Alco. That's supposed to be a +4 for her, bigger they are. But you know what? They're not naturally this big. Maybe it's only taking it the non-buff version. Death from above. Charge bonus. Mythic charge bonus. Maybe? What do you mean, maybe? Do you doubt the opcode? Do I have to report you, Ring? Yeah, it's still good, but it should be +4. Bigger they are, easier to hit. For Aru, yeah, she took a mythic feat that makes it that the bigger they are, the bigger her bonus to hit them. Obviously untrue, though. We got a couple of big corpses. Mythic? Mythic. Nah, we don't need spells on these guys. They're wimpy.
You've made your choice.
Good rolls for Gimpy. Good rolls. Sorges. Good thing keep killing stuff gets us experience.
Prepare yourself.
The demons. Except it's not working like that. The bigger they are, here have your regular +2. Yeah, it's supposed to be based off of... Let's see, we're shooting this thing, right? So the bigger they are, right under the attack bonus +34, it's +2. But if you go down to its actual armor class, the size penalty is -4, and the way the feat reads, or the power reads, is your bonus is equal to their penalty, their size penalty to AC, which in this case is -4. So her bonus, bigger they are, should be +4. So there's that. But I think it might be related to the fact that they're using ability or spell to make themselves bigger, and so there's a bug interpreting the size. Because I think their base size would have been the -2. Because as you can see, they're not super big when the spell is off. So I think that's what it's related to, is the spell was screwing with stuff. But you know, people actually tested this stuff. Just saying. It's pretty easy to see. Large is -2, huge is 4, gargantuan is 6. Right, and these guys I believe are naturally large. I don't think they're considered huge. Next time we run into one that's not buffed up, we'll see. If we remember. Succubus Guard. And here I was wondering who's protecting these mortals from. Here I was wondering who we were protecting these mortals from. Demons. Asimar. I can't believe we're saved. Those monsters were so horrible. And Zorge doesn't want to talk to us. Oh, what did we just pick up on the ground? Like 3. The Spellbreaker Tower Shield. We don't have anybody who does tower shields. So we've saved them all, right? There's nothing else down here for me, right?
I will guide.
Greyboar, so everybody's hanging out. There's nothing. There's nothing in there. Okay. Guess we should rest before we go. Oh, this is not a... We're supposed to be talking to people. Amber, what do you got to say? You turn and is met by happy cheers. The inhabitants of the camp watch you, their eyes sparkling with joy. It feels almost like they might mob you just to have a chance to touch you. What happened here? Succubus Guard. Curious succubus clad in battle armor exclaims, "Those whelps dare defy our lady in shadows and threaten those under our protection. We've shown them the error of their ways." Asimar. The hardship of long-term survival in the caves has left a mark on the Asimar slaves. However, their hardened faces somehow look even more beautiful than before, and their expressions are firm and determined. Their earlier fear is gone. The demon spawn burst through a portal that suddenly opened. They only stopped when they impaled themselves on our blades. Perhaps they thought us easy prey, but we are prey no longer. We are warriors. When did you manage to build an entire camp? You were away for a very long time, Commander. We waited for you for many days until we realized we would now have to take care of ourselves. It was hard, but the light of hope saved our hearts from sorrow and despair. How could so much time have passed since I left? Taking a deep breath, Sorges cautiously observes. I can smell the ravenous winds that tormented you. When Mother made me plunge into the depths of Ishiar, I heard their howling through the water. You've been inside a hurricane, haven't you? That was no storm, but a living creature, nameless and unwanted even by the abyss. Its squalls rip apart time itself, turning it into dead sand. You thought you struggled with the elements for hours, but many months have passed for those around you. Asimar casts a piercing look at you. The abyss is treacherous. Perhaps it has lured you into a trap where time does not fly like an arrow, but instead falls slowly like shifting sands. What happened to the portal to Lucianera? The commander of Nocticulus Squad moves forward to speak. Our Lady in Shadow ordered us to destroy the rat holes used by Hepsimira's servants. We blocked the portals with rubble, and we now keep a close watch on them. You're two heroes. I'm proud of you. Time to return to Galarian and strike the demons there. Survivors greet your words with elated cries and looks of faith and adoration. Talk to your companions. I take it you're tired of waiting for me. Ember wrings her hands and exclaims with joy, "How wonderful! I knew you were alive. You were in my dreams, fighting the elements, ascending into caves, driving the darkness away with fire that lives in your heart. With the fire that lives in your heart." I have questions. That light you used to burn those demons, what was it? We have no answer. We did not know we were capable of anything like that. When we found ourselves in the abyss, we thought heaven had abandoned us. But then you gave us a second chance, and so we prayed. Our faith grew, and we knew the beacon of hope burns even in the darkest hour. And as we were about to accept death rather than be enslaved again, something sparkled inside of us. Heaven still remembers us, and its power awakened within our blood. Zorges, would you mind explaining when exactly you grew tentacles? The boy forces himself to speak but avoids eye contact. I've never killed anyone before, but I knew I could do it. Whatever it was that reached out to me in the depths of Ishiar, it found me. Interesting. I can't say what happened down there, but I'm no longer just a half-blood demon. I am something else. Perhaps there is now darkness within me, a darkness demons call Colyphyr, whatever, Q. These creatures, these Q, existed before demons, and they were expelled into oblivion. But that did not destroy them, as they were oblivion. They were still here, and they called to me. Your fire lives on a stick? I think we call that a torch. You notice the Denzians of the Abyss, who moments ago bravely fought the remnants of Hepzimira's army, now watch Zorges warily and give him a wide berth. This creature is a source of power beyond our control, says Regil. His presence is a threat to the unit, which is why we must get rid of him. Regil's words are accompanied by a look that brooks as much argument as an unsheathed blade. Ursula flinches as if about to leap away from the boy. The Q, enemies of demons since time immemorial. When they come, death reigns. Succubus looks at Zorges as if he were a venomous creature, but the fear in her eyes quickly gives way to shame. Forgive me. It is not your fault. Most mortals, view me the same way, as nothing but a monster. It was wrong of me to say that. Could your powers be the result of your mother's experiments? My mother was interested in the things hidden in the depths, in the places undisturbed by moonlight. I do not know what it is. Whatever it was that touched me doesn't have a name because names are alien to it. You're ready to go with me to Galarian and start a new life. He is silent, looking at you intently. There's a hint of fear in his eyes. At last he gives you a hesitant nod. Is this going to be a journey? I've never been on a journey before. I have no more questions. I think you're tired. Despite disappointing initial results, the experiment on repelling demons was ultimately a success. Incidentally, did you know that, while Minotaur meat smells like beef when exposed to fire spells, it remains nearly inedible and may cause diarrhea? we had that one already. Social warily lowers his weapon and gives you a bright smile. Your travels have been long indeed. Can't be no doubt the ordeal weighs heavily upon you. I am ready to hear your confession, should you wish to unburden your soul. I don't know what that means. Wonderful, blah, blah, blah. Here we talk to her. Oljeff's gaze is fixed on the demon corpses as he grips his dagger. Look, Chief, it's good to see you and all, but would you mind jabbing those dead demons with your blade a few more times, just in case any of them are playing dead? When they popped out of that portal and rushed us, I damn near soiled myself. Regil, with a curt nod, he reports, his face stone cold. In your absence, we established a permanent fortified camp and patrol shifts, as well as foraging, rationing, and sanitation measures. His face darkens. It has been a while since I had to deal with such a mess. That one we saw. That one we did. Okay, we're done. He wants to hear your confession while you model naked. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Okay, we should rest before we go through that portal. Just saying.
Good night, Arushale. I hope you have a dream tonight. Any dream.
Who's laughing? Who was laughing? So that didn't get rid of Death's Door because it wasn't a real camp. Mrs. Gimpy needs to talk to me. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, didn't get rid of Death's Door.
the commander found himself in a Lushanira, the very heart of enemy territory. Much to his credit, he managed not only to pique the interest of the Lady in Shadow, but to defeat Baphomet himself. But after these adventures, does he still remember Galarian and wonder about its fate?
Eh. In the commander's absence, Queen Galfrey assumed control over the crusade. She independently made a number of decisions regarding the development of the main aspects of the crusade, otherwise screwing everything up. Okay, let me do a title change in stream. Technically, we're not at Colyphyr anymore, and we're not in Act 4 anymore either. Anytime you hear her talk, that means there's a change in the act. Wow, I can't type. Good enough, because I can't type, so that's simple. Okay, so oh, I guess we could have camped here, huh? Ulbrich, hold up there, War Chief. We need to talk. His eyebrows are furrowed in a grim expression. You can hear barely restrained hostility in his voice. Before we head back to the mortal world, you owe me an explanation. For what exactly? You know what? Don't be playing the fool to me. Is this what it's come to? You've got a whole army following you, and not into the forest to pick mushrooms. No, to war against Oglins. Our bands walked through fire for you. We came to this magic land, right into the jaws of a fiend queen. And now it turns out that you two have been in cahoots this whole time. And if that wasn't bad enough, who do we run into at our escort? Erilu Blooding Vorlesh. He spits on the ground. And with a nasty little smirk on her face, that vermin tells us that we've been dancing to her tune this whole time. That she's got our whole crusade wrapped up, and that you, War Chief, as her creation from top to toe, like a puppet on strings, and that all these powers of yours, the powers you passed to me, his hand curls over his chest as though he wants to tear the mythic powers out of his body, are nothing but foul and sorcery. Magic. I trusted you. I called you War Chief, and now it turns out this whole campaign is a lie, some twisted mirage cooked up by a sorcerer. I didn't know anything either. Erilu deceived all of us. You believe the words of that deceiver? Everything that comes out of Erilu's mouth is a lie. That's right, you trusted me. I haven't failed you before, and I won't do it now. And I won't do it now. Everything that comes out of Erilu's mouth is a lie. You believed her back there in the throne room. You failed to expose her lie. So this time she decided to tell the truth, just for her own amusement. But do you know who is lying? You? Now, to me. I think I know why I woke up from my slumber in the stone when you approached. I must have smelled the stench of Erilu's dark magic on you. Maybe it would have been better if I just mauled you there and then. Answer me this. How am I supposed to trust you after this? How can I fight for a man who turned out to be a plaything in the hands of the cursed Erilu? No, Gimpy, this is the end of the road for us. I can't call you War Chief any longer. This is where we part ways. If you decided to go, I can't force you to stay. I guess you just have to win this war without you. Do you even know the way back, or are you leaving only after your War Chief points you in the right direction? Get out of here and don't come crawling back later. Do you even know the way back? Or you just leaving on because it points you in the right direction? You got me there. I don't know the way true enough. A slight smile appears unbidden on Ulbrich's grim face. You're right. I've gotten used to relying on you. I want to trust you. The only question is how. Look me in the eye and tell me, how are you planning to continue this here crusade? Now that we know the truth of that cursed witch's schemes, why or any of your warriors follow you one step further, or have faith in your victory. Winning this war is my destiny. This army is built on trust, so I'm not going to justify myself to you or anyone. If any Crusader doesn't trust me, they can go. But I have faith in my soldiers, and I know that most of them will follow me to the end. Erilu has given me the power to destroy her. I will annihilate the demons with their own weapon. I've led you to one victory after another since you joined me. Yes, what Erilu said is a heavy blow, but under my leadership you've suffered worse and survived. I tell you, the army is built on trust. Gives you a long, hard stare. You don't look away. At last, he nods. I trust you. Kill him? No, I'm not going to kill him. He's one of our best fighters. Forgive me for what I said, War Chief. Face spells and tricksy spells be damned. I'll be behind you to the very end. He lays his hand on his heart and bows his head. That was close. That was a little close. Hey, Dwarf. Blah, blah, blah. Can I help you, Commander? Do you know more about you? Tell me about your craft. What do you think about your powers? So this is just no big deal. Get all the people. From there. Yourself. Things I said to you in that dream, I hope they did not cause you any inappropriate thoughts. I didn't mean to tempt you, as I did. We're back in Galarian. Well, doesn't it keep you safe now? Shit. We shouldn't get too close. Cause any more inappropriate thoughts. I didn't mean to tempt you so. You're back in Galarian again. Well, does not keep you safe now. No, her gift did not come back. She's not going to rescue me from danger anymore, but I am not afraid. I am no longer alone. I have allies who won't let me die. I have friends now. Things I said to you in the dream. I hope they do not cause any more inappropriate thoughts. I didn't mean to tempt you so. But I did. I'll be watching. That's the idea. You've talked to Nocticula. What can you say about her now? She was laughing so loudly, but I think it was just so she didn't cry. She has so many servants, but not a single friend. So many lovers, but no one to love. So much power, and she uses it all to hurt herself. I hope she can change her life. It will be so sad if she has to live like that forever. I noticed a shadow behind her. Yes, I saw them too. They come and go, but don't do anything bad. I don't think they are scary. She's being watched. That's what it is. She's being watched. Yeah. How do you feel about reconciling with your mom? Well, it's weird. I think that I feel happy about it, but I also feel like the rug's been pulled on. I don't really care. Did you come with me so you could see the surface land? Initially, I blamed the demons for everything my family had been through. I wanted to come up to the surface to seek revenge, but since meeting my mom, things have changed, blah, blah, blah. We just have to live with the consequences. I found everything I wanted to know. Thank you. You still want revenge on the demons for your family's suffering, or has something changed? I guess something has changed. I really wanted to make the demons pay for everything. For the mongrels being cast out, for my mom's tears, and for my dad's early death. For lumps in my porridge. But after I reconciled with Mom, I realized a lot of things. I realized that I just hate feeling helpless. That's it. Whenever I don't know what to do, I start thinking everything is my fault. I thought I hated the demons, but I actually just hated myself. Blah, blah, don't really care. How do you feel about the skirmish with Saba? If you mean my health, it's as good as new. If you mean my head, it's empty now, almost back to the normal. I've forbidden myself from thinking about Sava and the Mongols. If I do, I'll go crazy. He chuckles. Life is an amazing thing. You try so hard to avoid what you're afraid of, and it gives you exactly that. I've always been afraid of being helpless. Now I'm here, and my tribe somewhere else, and it's unclear who I'll find when I return to them. I was afraid of being useless to a comrade in a moment of peril, and of course that's exactly what happened. Well, every cloud has a silver lining, and I've been looking for my calling in this life and this crusade, and I found it. It's my duty to protect my tribe and show Sava that he has no power over us, no matter what it costs me. Maybe what I do...
Hey Gimpy, it is time to take a break.
Already?
Your next break is in 1 hour.
Maybe what I do will have no impact on the wider struggle, and it's not like anyone cares about Mongols, but my fate is bound to be to my tribe, he scoffs. I'm sure Sol will make a cave drawing about it, and I'll be remembered as a very heroic stick man. What do we need to talk to? Anybody that matters? The source of my power is irrelevant. An interesting discovery. He was discovered that the chosen of the gods was destined to liberate the world and turned out to be a creation of the world world's architect. He speaks matter-of-factly. I did have my doubts about the nature of your power, but the reality exceeded every expectation. The source of my power is irrelevant. I am who I am. Erli cannot control me. I suppose you're right. If Erli were Nocticula had direct access to your consciousness or any other ways to blackmail you, they would have acted by now. On the one hand, I am astonished that they decided to grant such colossal power to an entity outside their control, and on the other hand, that is peak demon behavior. One way or another, consider yourself warned that will have to report our discovery to my superiors in the Hell Knights hierarchy, and now I am ready to answer your questions. That's okay, I don't have that.
Watch out for trouble.
Rather, I'm finding it rather difficult to put my thoughts into words today. I'm trying to understand something. We've been traveling together for a while now. What's your opinion of me? You're an arrogant, egotistical brat, and it doesn't seem like it's going to change anytime soon. Simply that you can change and become a better person. Did you really have to spoil the moment with such a trite reproof? Yes. Fine. Do you know why I asked you that? Because the answer to the question, what do you think about me, usually reveals more about the one doing the answering than the one doing the asking. Now that I've got you thinking, let's proceed to the usual small talk. Talk about the life of Mendev Crusade. Do you want to talk about your past? I don't think about a lot about what happened since our pledge. Stuff. Reports. I only think there's one trivia. Okay, fine.
Keep your calm.
Good enough? I think we're good enough. Let's move on with life. I gotta take a break. Stretch my legs, get some water. That break came up real fast because we went late into the last break, or the last session, that's why. Anyway, gonna get up, stretch my legs, check on the dogs, because Mr. Gippy went out somewhere, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.